My name is Michael Victor Troutman. I'm the son of Victor L. Troutman. Today I will be narrating two of my favorite paintings of my father's. They speak to me, they say something, they have a story to tell. They're not just a pretty picture to look at or decoration. And I believe that's what real art is and what real art does. We'll start with the one on the left, Christmas Day in the Womb. He painted this on Christmas Day. After his second divorce, his divorce to my mother, he was living alone in a duplex on Fisher Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky at the time. This is an image of squandered and wasted potential, or practice potential that never came to fruition or acceptance by the outside world. So there is a retreat back to the womb, and the womb represents home and security. It's an illustration of rotting in the bud. Each flower has a chance to bloom, but sometimes a hard frost comes and kills it before it can. And that's what happened to my father, or how he felt about it. You can see the silhouette of the flower, the rosebud, this black mass freckled in colors in the womb, and further down in the crotch and vaginal area, you have the leaves and the stem. It's an image of self-reflection, frustration, and doubt and living without. The main figure is sympathetically sad and looking at herself inside herself. The woman is impregnated, not with a fetus, but with a fully grown female figure in a distressed position, pose, or posture. She should have lived her whole life, but there she is in the womb. On to the next painting, Hard Rain. From the title, you can gather a sense of alchemy, metamorphosis, transitioning, transcending. If you have a shallow, superficial interpretation of the painting, or you haven't spent much time with it, you might mistakenly think it's a sad painting. You might look at the figure's face and think he's crying, but those aren't teardrops, those are raindrops. There's a storm cloud above his head, and it's dripping all these pretty colors of raindrops. You can't see in this scan. It's a scan of a postcard from a picture, so I tried to adjust it to get it more true to the original colors. I don't know if I made it better or worse. If you flip through art history books, you'll know from one to the other that they always get the colors off and they never look right. In each picture you see, the painting looks different. So there you have these raindrops, and they're something often associated with negativity, but you can take that negativity, transcend it, change it into something beautiful and pretty to look at, like a fountain. And there you have in his heart this beautiful fountain blooming and bursting and flowing. And it's coming from one of the most unexpected places. It's coming from the middle of a fire. How's a fountain going to be flowing from a fire? So again, you get that sense of alchemy and metamorphosis, transcending and transitioning, taking the negativity and turning it into positivity. And you look at the figure's face, seemingly, it's kind of a neutral expression. He's not smiling or frowning. And at first, you get the blues and the storm and all that. You think it's kind of sad. He does kind of have that expression in the lips, I think. I see it. But then as you start to look around, put it all together, think about it, what it means, what it symbolizes, you look at his face again, it's almost like he's smiling, like his expression changed. And this is a self-portrait. My father did a series of these, the same character. It's him. It's also me, and it's also you. And you can see on his left hand, his ring finger, his fingernails painted black. That was my father's Halloween costume one year. He's painted his ring finger black. And that's all the details, I believe, that go into the meaning and the narration of it. There's other features in this painting that I see personally that I don't think relate to the narrative. Like I like pizza and penguins. So I see in the bottom left, and some in the right too, it looks like slices of pepperoni pizza to me. And then these black figures around the shoulders look like the silhouette of penguin heads to me. They could also be big black crows or something. I don't know. Or they might just be hills. Let me know what you see. I don't know. There's another feature in both of these paintings, and not just these paintings alone. This showed up in a lot of his artwork. These circles, you can see the one on the left, it's in the upper left. The one on the right, there's two of them each side of the head. Yeah, almost all his art had those circles in there, and they would all begin with those circles. That'd be the first thing he'd usually draw or paint with any of them. And he never said this, but other people said this about his work, like his art therapist or gallery dealers, clients, customers, fans. They say he channeled like the dead masters, other artists through those. Um, I don't think he was doing that. I just think he had a lot of skills and talent, and he could paint just as good as any of them and any of their styles. He wasn't a one-trick pony. He did it all, and he did each style equally as impressive and well. And let's admit it, the masters weren't doing anything that special that any of us couldn't do if we wanted to, and he wanted to, so he did. And there's other little features in this painting. Maybe you see all the hearts on the shirt. So again, there's that positive message. If it was really just a sad boo-hoo, I'm crying in the rain painting, what's with the hearts and the fountain and the smiling and all that. There's also some ants. I don't know if you see in the bottom right side of the shirt crawling up. It's a nice little detail. There's all kinds of details I see in his paintings, looking at them over the years, that you don't notice right away. There's a lot of hidden images, hidden objects, and even the abstract works that you think have no subject matter. Sometimes a face or a body or a figure or a landscape or something will pop out, and then you'll start seeing them everywhere. He intentionally hid those in there. And I do the same thing with a lot of my paintings. I hide things in them that are just for me, and I know it's there. So I guess that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I see in these two images. I'm going to do more videos and critiques and narrations like this. These are just the first two that I really liked. I did have a chance or opportunity. I did tell him, my father, what I saw in this painting to the right, the hard rain, and he agreed with the narration. I don't know, there were things he could only say visually that I would say verbally. So I personally own both of these. The one on the right he gave me during his lifetime because I asked for it, and he was kind of shocked or surprised. There's none of his, I don't know, none of his other kids asked to own any of his paintings. But then that surprised and shocked me. But I have a bunch of them, and I'll be critiquing and narrating more of them. These are just the first two that I really liked. Thank you for listening. I hope you can relate and find something within them for yourself to take away.